Oh my god, the past week has been actually insane. I don't really have anything else to say in regards to my previous video besides the fact that I will die before I detransition. But now that the election has happened and we've had some time to settle and live with the results, um, things are already looking very, very crazy. And I'm just honestly out of to give at this point. Like, I saw a commenter say, this is like watching a dumpster fire, except we're inside the dumpster. So, yeah, this past week, Trump picked all of his cabinet members, who I'm sure are very qualified for this job. And among those names include such icons as Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. First off, I just want to note the fact that he picked two people for the job at one. Way to boost efficiency, Mr. Trump. Way to go. But additionally, he created a new department called the Department of Government Efficiency. It's supposed to reference Doge because that's such a funny thing. But yeah, the apparent description of the department itself is to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies. So during Trump's run for office, he tried to distance himself from Project 2025 in a bid to appeal to more moderate Republicans, and I suppose it worked because he won, but also because now we're starting to see the actual face of Project 2025 reveal itself in the cabinet. I think that one of the more important things that happened this week was the fact that Donald Trump nominated RFK Jr. as his secretary for the Department of Health and Human Services, despite the fact that RFK Jr. is a well known anti vaxxer and is also somehow the wife of, or, oh my god, the husband to Cheryl Hines, which I still like that just blows my mind that Larry David has a connection to RFK Jr. through that. But what I think is really concerning about this, aside from the fact that RFK Jr. has confirmed that he has had brain worms eat part of his brain, is the fact that RFK Jr. and a bunch of his allies in vaccine misinformation were responsible for 80 preventable deaths of a measles outbreak in Samoa a few years ago. Not to mention the almost 6,000 other people that got sick with measles as a direct result of RFK Jr.'s disinformation campaign in Samoa. And as an American, I am proud to say that he is our new Secretary of Health and Human Services. God bless America, my favorite country in the world. My God, we're gonna die. I mean, in RFK Jr.'s defense, polio was slated to make a comeback at some point this decade, so I guess it's better now than never. The other big thing to mention regarding RFK Jr., aside from the fact that he has a weird obsession with dead animals' carcasses, is the fact that he's staunchly against gender affirming care for minors. This isn't necessarily surprising or anything, but it could pose something of an issue if we have people like him backing Donald Trump and people who are extremely anti-trans into bringing legislation that directly targets both trans youth and trans adults. I think that's something that's more concerning with RFK Jr.'s role in all this is the fact that he has big plans to restructure all of the federal health agencies, including the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. In October, he wrote this on Twitter. FDA's war on public health is about to end. If you work for the FDA and are part of this corrupt system, I have two messages for you. Preserve your records and pack your bags. So why exactly is RFK just so against the Food and Drug Administration? Like, does he have some huge personal vendetta against having pasteurized milk? Well, actually, yeah, that was one of the things he cited when saying that the administration was corrupt in suppressing information about the benefits of raw milk. I mean, if it's 2024 and you're still drinking pasteurized milk, then like, what are you even doing? Get with it. Salmonella is so in, and also brain worms. Like, oh my god. Parasites are, ugh, It's not like all of Trump's loyalists are parasites. This is a perfect transition into the final person we're going to be talking about today, which some of you might recognize as Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. No, it's not actually Beavis. Sadly, it's Matt Gaetz. I've seen a lot of people trying to reason as to why Trump would pick Matt Gaetz for the role of Attorney General, and there is no reason other than the fact that Trump literally wants him to be the Attorney General. I don't know how else to say this, but like, we're so back in 2021, Matt Gaetz was involved in the investigation by the Department of Justice for the alleged sex trafficking of an underage girl. There is evidence that shows he appears to have been involved in this, including the fact that Matt Gaetz was friends with... What's his name? Joel Greenberg, who is currently serving 11 years in federal prison on federal sex trafficking charges. And this is who Donald Trump appointed to be our Attorney General. We are so incredibly... Oh my god. I'm like at the stage now where I'm just accepting whatever crazy stuff is going to happen in the next 4 years as inevitable because Donald Trump is the president-elect and I don't really have any power over any of that stuff either ways. Besides raising my voice in local communities, as I also encourage you, the viewer, to do in yours. So, I just turned 21 last month, so I can also legally drink. That's always an option. Oh, there is also one other thing, and that's the fact that Mike Huckabee is possibly going to be the ambassador to Israel, which is not necessarily good considering the fact that Huckabee would most definitely want Israel to annex all of the West Bank, which could cause so much turmoil in the international sphere and also for Palestinians who are just trying not to get killed. So there's also that, but I think I'm going to take a little break from doing all these political videos for a while and go back to my usual shenanigans. I have a video up right now, but it's unlisted, and I'll probably publish it in a week or two, about social media and addiction and how all that fun brain stuff works. So I'll probably make that public. Let me know if you guys want any other topic covered in the comments. I really need some new video material. I want to make something about transgender voices because I think that's an interesting topic. I don't know. I'm open to making practically any video. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna go and take a nap now because I'm tired and I deserve a nap. You deserve a nap too. So go and take a nap if